Hey, welcome to this video. If you arrived here, you're probably searching for a view of Innovation Investor. So I'll go over how it works and give you my 2 cents, whether I think it's a good use of your time. I'm always coming up with videos like this, so consider subscribing. And if you'd like my free training on the number one simplest, fastest way to earn a full-time income from home, all you have to do is click the link below. You'll see my email opt-in page. Enter your best email. I could send you my free training if you want. Innovation Investor. All right, let's dive in. So what this is basically, it's an investing newsletter that focuses on micro-cap stocks, also known as penny stocks. These are stocks you can buy for very cheap, and they're from lesser known companies. So the potential upside is huge, but there's also a lot of risk involved. So I'd say unless you already have a lot of money that you're willing to lose, or you're a fairly advanced investor and you're willing to do lots of research on these companies, I wouldn't allocate a big chunk of my portfolio into micro cap stocks. I'd stick with the bigger, more well-known companies, but that's just me. And even establishments like the FTC and FINRA, they advised against these microcap stocks because of the risk involved. So another issue is the face of innovation investor is actually a convicted criminal. I don't know how to put it any other way. He had to pay $30 million for defrauding investors, which is, really not good. Now, this newsletter, Innovation Investor, it's not written by him, but it's written by another advisor at Investor Place, which is the publisher. But that's just something to keep in mind because they are going to try and upsell you, and some of their products might be done by this guy who was, he was convicted and he paid $30 million. I won't get into that too much. You can Google that. But now, Innovation Investor is written by this gentleman right here, Luke Lango. A lot of his stock picks are related to technology. So some of them have been major winners, like he identified Tesla and Shopify and Chegg when they weren't so well known. However, the last few that he's recommended have tanked. One was a DNA sequencing company, another was a synthetic cells company for pharmaceuticals, and one was a solid state battery company. But these were the last few losers, and they were in a span of a few months. So maybe it's not fair to judge based on such a short time period. So like all advisors, he has some wins and he has some losses. Now, but Innovation Investor does have a pretty good rating. Like if you go to Stock Gumshoes, the website I look at, 4.1. You can't really get any better than that. So it's totally legit. Stock Gumshoe is kind of like the Trustpilot of investing newsletters. So anything above a 3 or 3.5 is worth checking out, I think, depending on how many reviews it has. So if you are interested in microcap stocks, you might want to check out Innovation Investor. Now, what will you be getting with your purchase of Innovation Investor? Well, three things. The main thing is the newsletter. Once a month, you'll receive it in your inbox, and it'll feature a new microcap stock and Luke's reasons for investing in it. Second, a model portfolio. You'll receive all of Luke's current stock picks along with information about the companies as well as the price and the stock performance. And there will be a few dozen companies on that list. The third thing you get is bonus reports. So these are like teasers or presentations that kind of hype up a stock and try and get you to buy. And these are ever changing. Now the price of Innovation newsletter is $49 a year. That's very standard for an investing newsletter. But of course they have upsells. They go all the way up to $20,000. There is a 365-day money-back guarantee for the newsletter. I'm not sure about the upsells, though. So all in all, it's a perfectly good stock-picking investing newsletter if you're interested in technology related to microcap stocks. So and you're okay with the risk involved. But just understand with investing, it's one of those things. People think they're going to get rich overnight, but that's not how it is. You have to think long term, whether you're investing in dividends or stocks or dividends are stocks or crypto or real estate, it doesn't really matter. What you want to do is buy and hold it for the long term. I mean, yes, it is possible to day trade, but that's a whole different strategy, and I don't recommend that because it's so unpredictable and you'll just never win. So what you want to do, this is called the wealth cycle. I learned this from one of my mentors. So we all have to start with a job, right? At some point in our lives to keep the lights on, keep food in our bellies, and keep a roof over our head. But I mean, your income from your job is always going to be capped, whether that's 3,000 or 5,000 or even $10,000 a month, whatever it is. And there's only so much control over you have over your income. And you're always going to be on that treadmill. So what I suggest is on the side, you want to invest some of that money, not into step 3, not into stocks. That's what a lot of people do. Instead, invest because you don't have enough money to invest, right? So you want to invest some of that into an online business. And the great thing about an online business is it can create lots of leverage, which means you don't have to be there all the time. And the income potential is much higher than with a job. I mean, unless you're some surgeon or something. But even then, it takes years and years of education. And also, and the income potential is still higher than that with online business. I mean, the sky's the limit, basically. Now, and you can actually, and it creates cash flow, whereas investing is something, again, you hold for the long term. It's not money you need right now. So I suggest start with step 1, move on to invest some of that money, whether it's as much as you can into your side business right after you pay your bills. Then take that money from your online business when you're making, say, $10,000 a month plus or whatever it is. And then you could start investing in long-term, stocks, real estate, gold, whatever it is. And at least that's my advice. So, but look, you're here obviously because you're looking for a way to make more money, increase your wealth, right? If that's the case, well, obviously it is. What I suggest is click the link below. You'll see my email opt-in page. Enter your best email. I could send you my free training that'll cover this step 2, how to build a very profitable online business. There's lots of business models out there, but this one is the simplest. It's the most beginner friendly. It's the fastest. It has the most automation in place. The profit margins are insanely high. So I recommend you check that out. And this is the exact information that got me out of my call center job, and now I do this full time. So and I teach students, lots of students all over the world, and you can do the same thing. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this review of Innovation Investor. I hope to see you on the other side of that link, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.